Alright, came finally. Take a look at what we got here. Oh, yeah, that's pretty rough in there. Not too bad. This one's a little bit. Gonna clean those out. Exhaust. Let's see if we can. Nah. All in all, this one really isn't that bad. It came pretty nice. So, anyways, this on the other hand, though, if we can focus on it, let's see. Yeah, these are a little rough. A little bit of our edge there and stuff, so we'll fix this up. Get it all cleaned. Should be good. Anyways, this is supposed to match this block perfectly. So, we'll see. Alright. Let me go clean these up, polish them, get them all cleaned out. Gotta match that, and we'll get going. Alright, well here's where we're at. As far as these goes, I cleaned all the, the really rough crap in case there's like sand or something in it off. And that's just like casting. So I'm not going to get into cleaning those transfers out in the bottom very, what the hell. I cleaned like all this crap up. It doesn't need to be perfect. Now, as far as the intake goes, I just did it out. I cut it to what I needed and just buffed it. It's not a mirror finish, though it really doesn't have to be. And we'll use the golf cart here for a minute. And as I just see, that is all matched. I'm not holding it perfectly center, but it's nice and square. So, anyways, the only thing is just little tabs on the corners, but nothing big. This one is actually mirror. It's reflecting light and stuff, but I ran 800 grit through that just to get it nice. So I'm not going any further than that, but that's enough. Got that all cleaned up, got the surfaces cleaned up. This one's going to have to get a little more. This one had some deep grooves in it, if you can see, for the intake. It came that way, so I'm going to do this one like I did this one. Get nice and smooth. Okay. Anyways, one other thing I did, I chopped that damn front part of the fin off on the top. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I wanted to be able to get to the spark plug without having to, like, Mickey Mouse everything. So, just measured it out, cut the top. It looks pretty good. I ain't gonna know. Anyways, that looks pretty decent. I like it. Brave new world. Gotta try it once, right? Anyways, that's where we're at. I gotta dust the piston off where the port, they cut the window, because that's all rough, and we'll get putting this together. Alright, this is where I'm at. I got the manifold there for the reed valve. Oiled my gasket, gonna put it on. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this. This gets rid of all the dead space in this. They call these a reed stuffer. I could not find any. I know they make them for dirt bikes, ATVs, snowmobiles, all that fun stuff these days. So I 3D printed one and put it in. So we will see how this works as well. So this is where I'm at. All right. Alright, here is the next step. I wanted to show what I have. A whole bunch of people told me about this on forums, YouTube, all over. Thank you. It is CW10. They are Wiseco piston clips. And this is what I'm going to be using. The ones that come have this stupid pin, and that's what caused all the chaos to begin with. So I'm going to get these in, get the piston on. I got a new bearing sitting there. And this will be the next step, but it is a 10 millimeter CW10, not a W10, Wiseco piston clip. Alright, I am not even going to lie about this one. I have one clip installed. There we go. And one more. Now, let me tell you, these suckers are springy. So, this is how I got them in. I put a bolt inside this, just as a pushing device. Hold on. I'll show you how this works. Alright. And you put it in like a 5/16 socket. And I got the thing in here all messed up. Hold on. So anyways, when you about a 5/16 8 millimeter socket. So you take this and you use it to push it in. You put the open part inside the socket and use it to push it into the piston hole. And what it does is it crushes it. And if it gets stuck, you can use that bolt to push it in the hole out of the socket. So I saw that on a mechanic website for dirt bikes. So this is how I did it. The first one. Let's see if I can do the second. Alright, so moving along to the next phase here. I put a little bit of 2-stroke oil down inside here. And just a little bit. But here, we'll do that. You can hear it. It's got really good compression. Oh, if I could do this by hand. Yeah, it's one of those things you can't do one-handed. Oh yeah, that's got some bitchin' compression. Yep. Good deal. Alright. So I got it all in. By the way, everyone has all these crazy numbers to torque these bolts down to. The actual spec foot-pounds for the YD100, I'm not saying 80cc, it might be different because that head is separate. So there's a head gasket and whatnot. This is just the vacuum seal, is only 8 foot-pounds. That's what it says for a YD100 single piece jug. So anyways, I got it in, got my clips in. Get this thing mounted up, put back together, CDI magneto back in, and then we'll see if it starts. Alright, we're pushing 12 o'clock here. Been a project. We are all ready to roll though. I'll give it a test go tomorrow. It's way too late. I will have a lot of neighbors pissed. But anyways, we're back in business, I think. We'll find out tomorrow if it runs and keep our fingers crossed. But I still do not like how that is above the pedal. I don't know how it's gonna work yet. I gotta redo the fuel line, cable clips, all that fun stuff, but for the most part it should be running. So we'll find out tomorrow. For now, it's clean up in bed. Alright, peace. Wish me luck.